Microsoft recently showed off their earnings report for the fourth quarter this year, and woo, it wasn't good. Microsoft saw a 10% decline in its gaming business, largely thanks to a 48% drop in hardware sales from last year. But before you go
crazy, go crazy, yeah.
Think about it. The new consoles are coming out next year, and in case you didn't know, the Xbox One came out in 2013. So,
what do you think?
But still, it's way too big of a drop off to just ignore. Yo, what's good? You already know I'm Ken Wall. And should Microsoft be panicking about the next generation based off of this report? Off the rip, yes and no. No, Xbox should not be panicking because the report also saw a 14% growth in active Xbox Live users, as well as growth in subscription revenue. Keep in mind, Game Pass is still relatively new. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't it like 2 or 3 years old? And the Ultimate Game Pass just launched. So this must have Microsoft feeling real good about themselves. They would be wilding out if it was the other way around, because Xbox's main focus right now and in the future, the next generation, is that Game Pass. Why do you think we're still getting games like Halo and Gears of War still being made? It's because they don't care all that much about console sales. If they did, they would start making new IPs like what everyone is asking for. Obviously, they care for the console sales, but they just care more about their subscriptions doing well. I keep saying this to everybody. Xbox in the future is not trying to compete with Nintendo and Sony on who has the better games. Microsoft is trying to figure out the best way to make the most amount of. But here's the thing. It's all well and good that your subscriptions are doing perfectly fine right now, but like, we go back to the problem. The consoles are not doing good. So what happens to your console sales next generation? Check this out. I looked up a report that estimates that the PlayStation 4 sales will drop 10% this year. But that I get it, that's just an estimation. But still, that's a big difference compared to the Xbox. I know I'm gonna get a lot of people that disagree, especially Xbox people, but if Sony is only going to see that little of a drop off that late into the life of the PlayStation 4, then they're definitely going to beat the Xbox the first year of the next generation. Because what that tells me, we got a lot of people switching sides. Not a lot, because then the estimation wouldn't have been that big of a drop off, but this is just my guess. People that already bought their PlayStation 4, obviously they're not really going to be buying new ones unless it broke. And really, how do you break a PlayStation 4? Obviously stuff happens, but they're gone, they're done. I'm not really including them. I'm talking about the people like who have the Nintendo Switch first, or who had the Xbox One, especially the Xbox One. I think a lot of those people that are buying the PlayStation now, the remaining are people that are switching sides, and that's a problem for Xbox. Like it or not, people, just because you like the Xbox One, a lot of Xbox fans did not like the Xbox One. And how most of the time, how people determine what console they're gonna buy is based off of the previous one. If people are switching to the PlayStation 4, like me, I'm going to get the PlayStation. That's how it works. The 360 treated me very well. The Xbox One got the Xbox One. Xbox One did not treat me well. I'm not going with another Xbox. Most people determine the console, that's how they determine the console they're going with. It's not, oh, they treated me badly, but I'm gonna ride with them because I'm loyal like that. No, it's whoever treats them the best way. So Microsoft, y'all gotta get your act together, because it's not looking too good. I'm definitely interested seeing what Xbox is going to do. I like Game Pass. I think it's not a ripoff whatsoever. It's definitely worth that price because you get a lot of games. They're picking up a lot of games. If anyone came to me about Game Pass, I would actually tell them to buy it. It's worth it. It's definitely worth it. But to me, I'm a gamer, so I'm rocking with the games. Whoever makes the best games, and that's Sony. And I think Microsoft really should just not be focusing solely on, well, they're not. They really need to do a better job at focusing on their consoles and why that's so important. I don't think consoles are going to go away. And I feel like that's like their theory. Everyone's been saying that, but I just don't think consoles are going to go away, because that doesn't fix a problem. You just making everything streamable is just convenience. No one really complains about having a console. So Xbox, again, Xbox, yes and no, they shouldn't be panicking, because they got a win on one side, but on the other end, they took a massive L with the Xbox One this generation. And I don't know, because it's to me, I think it's 2 L's, because this proves that Xbox is not going to change. They're going to keep making Halos and Gears of War. We're not going to get new IPs. And second, their hardware is just not going to be as good as the PlayStation. Next year, yeah, the next consoles are coming out next year. They're just not going to be as good. That's just me. Thank you guys for watching this video so much. Remember, like and subscribe. You already know I'm Ken Wall. I'm out. Peace.